Hi everybody, and welcome to Dee's Wellness Wednesday. We are starting a little bit late today, but nonetheless, same great information. So let's get into it. And as most of you know, that my goal for this session is to provide you with information that's going to help to support you on your wellness journey. Today, I'm really excited about my topic for today. It's something that I have been researching for years and actually have adopted just based on all my research and everything that I have learned. And so I want to share all of that knowledge that I have amassed today with you all. We are talking about toxins in our skincare products and our wonderful nail polish that we love so much, and how they can disrupt your hormones, disrupt your endocrine system, creates hormonal imbalances, which results in some of the symptoms that we face, particularly during perimenopause and menopause, which also includes a lack of energy, weight gain, cravings. You would be surprised to know when your system is off because of certain things, how they can manifest themselves into these different forms of symptoms. So if you are using any conventional skincare products at all, whether you buy them from the pharmacy or the cosmetic counter, if they are conventional, which means that they're just made with traditional products, it's not natural or organic, chances are that you are being exposed to some kinds of toxins, right? So now there are many different toxins that are in our skincare products. And when I say skincare, I mean our face lotion, our moisturizers, our hair, our shampoos, whatever it is we put on our bodies considered our skincare products. There are a lot, but there are some that are worse than others. Today, I want to spend the time to go over the parabens. Parabens are one of the most popular ones that we find in most conventional products. It's cheap, and so a lot of cosmetic companies or manufacturers tend to use parabens. So I want to focus on parabens more so than some of the other ones that we find in other products, because they're most popular. I am Dion, wellness and nutrition coach and owner and founder of Dion's Wellness Wagon, where I support menopausal women who are struggling with weight gain, lack of energy, and cravings. So I have a lot of women who come into my practice have, been using conventional products, and I've helped them. There are many different alternatives that are out there that we can switch to. So I have worked with women before who are trying to switch over. And most times we don't think about that when it comes to our wellness. It's mostly about food and exercise, right? So this is another component that we need to pay attention to as well. And so today I'm going to just share a little bit more of that with you all. And I just realized I don't have my headset, and I don't know what the sound is like. But at any rate, I'm just going to move on with it. And I am going to try to get a little closer to here. So hopefully my sound will be better because I don't have my headset. I was rushing. Anyway, one of the major misconceptions that I do hear about toxins as well is that, it's very minute. It's not a lot that are in these products. How can it harm us? How can they make a product that will harm people or knowingly harm people, right? But that's a whole nother subject. The truth is, it happens, right? These toxins are in these products. These ingredients are in these products. And yes, they're in minute amounts, but over time, while they may not hurt you right away, over time is when they really start to build up. They build up, and if you're not getting rid of them, then they're gonna build up, and then that's when they really start to cause a lot of damage. So the damages are not always immediate. People say, I've been using this for 10 years and I haven't had any problems. Well, maybe you don't know that they've been contributing to other problems that you have, or that they just haven't caused anything at all. Not to say they're safe, and they won't, but they could. So if you have heard of any toxins that are bad for you in any skincare product at all, just say yes in the comment box, because I would love to hear what people think when it comes to what's in their products that they use. Now, Parabens, talk a little bit about parabens. They are synthetic chemicals. They're used as preservatives, really, in most products, and they are used to fight funguses and bacteria. You find them in your lotions, your deodorants, your hair care, and your makeup, all over. They are difficult to avoid because they're in most of the popular brands. And parabens are what we call xenoestrogen, or endocrine disruptors, and we know that our endocrine system controls our hormones. But what these xenoestrogens do, they mimic the real estrogen. And for those of you who are in that phase and know what high estrogen or low estrogen can do, can create, it creates problems in the body. You just want your estrogen to be balanced, which is one of those hormones that are frequently out of balance, right? And so we have all these things that are contributing to that. So what the parabens do, the other toxins do this as well, act as xenoestrogen, mimic real estrogen, and they can trigger estrogen receptors on cancer cells that are maybe in our breast or whichever part of our body, the same way that regular estrogen do. So they act the same way, but they're bad estrogen. We don't want them at all. So if it is your intention to reduce the amount of toxins or to get healthy, people want to get healthy, and we start with our food in terms of what we eat. We start with clearing our minds, our spiritual practices, and all of that stuff. But here's another way where you can get healthy by removing toxins or reducing the amount of toxins that you take into your body. And one of those ways is to just be mindful of your cosmetics and your skincare products and what ingredients are in them. So you want to start being a label detective, is what I always say. We read our labels on our foods, so we should be reading our labels on our cosmetics. It's not done that usually, but we should really start doing that. Now let's talk about nail polish. So now we're home. We usually go either to this nail salon or some people DIY. I'm a DIY girl when it comes to my nail polish, because personally I don't like being in the salons because I don't like the smell of the filler and whatever those other things that's going on. I don't like the smell at all, and so usually I try to stay away. I have not been in a nail salon for probably close to 10 years, actually. I've just done my nails, doesn't do my mani and my pedi myself when I need them, and it's all because I really don't like the smell. And if you notice, sometimes when you're getting certain nail treatments done, they wear the mask, right? And there's a reason why they wear the mask, but you, as the person getting your nails done, you don't wear a mask, do you? Or unless maybe they do now, but the person, this esthetician or whatever they call the ladies who are men who do the nails, they wear a mask sometimes when you're doing certain nail treatment. And that just goes to show you that whatever they're using is not very safe. All right, so that should be like a hint right there for most of us. So now that we're home, here's an opportunity to go out online and look for a nail polish that is safer. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So we're going to talk about the big 5 and the big 3 when it comes to nail polish. If you've heard about the big 5 or the big 3s when it comes to nail polish, drop me a comment, yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to say. I'll be interested to see how many people know about that. At any rate, let me just run through the top 5 chemicals that are usually in nail polish that you want to avoid. The first one is dibutyl phthalate, and the second one, and I'm gonna put these in the notes after I post the video. The next one is toluene. The next one is formaldehyde. I know most people are probably familiar with formaldehyde because it's everywhere. It's in furniture, carpet, rugs, pictures, everything. It's in formaldehyde resin, which is a byproduct of formaldehyde, and then camphor, and most people do know about camphor. So let's talk a little bit about each of them, not in too much details because I don't want to overload you. All you need to know and to remember when you get off this call is the big 5 or the big 3 when it comes to nail polish. So dibutyl phthalate, it's a member of the phthalate family of chemicals, and it's used in nail polish to minimize chipping. You know how we hate that? We want our nail polish to last forever, but there's stuff they put in there to prevent that. And those things are toxins. And phthalates also are endocrine disruptors, the same way as parabens are, and they create estrogen-like xenoestrogen, and they do the same damage as parabens do. The other one is toluene, and this is it creates the smooth application and the finish on your polish. It's a sweet and pungent smell. It's always in most conventional nail polish. The fumes are highly toxic, and studies have shown that exposure to toluene can cause neurological damage, decrease brain function, impair breathing, hearing loss, and nausea. So there's a bunch of things that it can cause. Formaldehyde, it's used to harden and strengthen the nail polish. So that's the hard as nail polish, you know, a whole bunch of formaldehyde. And it's a preservative that used to protect against bacterial growth. It's naturally produced by the body, but in a very small amount, similar to the amounts that are found in some vaccines. Many of you may already know that. At that low level, it's not bad, but if you take it at the levels that we're getting our nails done very often, or being exposed in the nail salon to the smell, then you know you're starting to take in more than you need. And formaldehyde resin is a byproduct of formaldehyde, and same thing. Camphor, a lot of us know about camphor, right? It's used for the glossy look of the nail polish, so that's what it does. But it is less toxic than the other three that I mentioned above. Camphor is sometimes in cold remedies and vapor rubs and nasal sprays, so we know that. But it's not as harmful as the other three. And hence, that's how we come to the big three. So it's the big five and the big three. But the 3 out of 5 are better than the 5 itself. So now you might be sitting thinking, all right, Dion, how am I going to get hold of these things? I don't know. So what can you do when we talk about skincare and nail care? What can you do? What options do you have? So I'll just give you a few options. Today, more than ever, there are so many healthy alternatives that are on the market. So many. All you got to do is Google online, right? You can even start with your health food store. For example, this is one of my moisturizers that I bought from my local health food store, Sherry's. I shop there a lot. It's pretty close to me. So this is an organic moisturizer that I picked up from there a while ago. I have, of course, you all know that I'm Essential Oils doTERRA girl. So I have all their entire skincare line from doTERRA that I use. They're all natural ingredients and made from essential oils base. So that's where you can start as well. Another good source is the Beauty Counter, and I am going to drop the link for these all natural skincare products. Beauty Counter and Skincare Market is another place that you can get your skincare from. So I will pass these resources on to everyone so that you can also look for them. Same thing with nail polish. When you go back to your nail salon, you want to ask your nail person, I want to be able to use, if they have it, hopefully they carry it, nail polish that are big 5 free or big 3 free. They should know what you're talking about. If not, buy your own and bring it to the nail salon. Or better yet, maybe do your nails at home more often. How is that? So here are a couple resources when it comes to nail polish. There's Ella and Mila site. I'll drop that in as well. And Coty. They all have big 5 free and big 3 free nail polishes. So those are great resources that you can use. So the other thing that I want to mention that I might have mentioned on some other group before, some other live before, is the Environmental Working Group, which is also called EWG. And there's a special section of the EWG called Skin Deep. They do ratings on different products. any product. I mean, there's a ton, if you go to their website, ton of products that they give a rating to, and they rate them based on the amount of toxins that are in those particular products. So if you put in your product, whatever it is, you go to their website, EWG Skin Deep, and you put in your product, it'll give you a rating, provided that they have rated that particular product. I have used it to get ratings for some of the products that I use, so you might want to check that out as well. And the next thing I want you to do is a detoxification. A detox is always great to remove excess toxins from your body. And with that, I am going to be launching my spring detox very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Something else that I'm doing that I've never done before, so it's very different for me. I am going to be hosting a wellness party online. It's more a cooking party where I am going to be demonstrating certain meals that I'm going to be making in my own kitchen, in my own home. And so I will be sending out invites for that really soon. So if you're interested, you can attend. It's free. Now, if this were a normal day, I would be inviting people into my home to host the wellness party and kind of teach them how to cook, tricks and tips and tricks. So let me sum up so we can get off and have dinner. First, talk about our skincare and toxins that are in our skincare. Many different types of toxins are in our skincare. The one I focused on today was parabens, and I did that because they are one of the most popular toxic chemicals that are found in skincare, hair care, makeup, all over the place. And I wanted to talk about that too because it's an endocrine disruptor. It's a xenoestrogen. It mimics the real estrogen. It gets attached to estrogen receptors, and they can affect cancer cells, particularly in our breast. So we want to reduce our exposure to parabens and switch to more natural skincare products. Same thing for our nail polish. We want to use nail polish that are big 5 or big 3, where they are free from those 5 toxic chemicals that I talked about, or 3 of the 5 is better than none at all. So be more mindful of your nail polish and your skincare as you go through your rest of the week and next week, and as you try to replace different products in your home. Just keep that in mind. I will drop some links in the bottom of this note, and I hope you guys can hear me because I forgot my headset and I was trying to really talk really loud. So hopefully I wasn't going to stop the video to get my headset. So hopefully it's, if not, I might have to just do a redo. I can always do that. Anyway, everybody, have a good night. And if you have any questions, as usual, please drop me a comment and I'm more than happy to answer. Have a good night. Until next Wednesday, this is Dion signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.